Oklahoma, huddle up. It's time to go inside the high school huddle on Hot 93.7 FM and streaming worldwide on GuthrieSportsPage.com. The high school huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports with your hosts, Chris Evans, Casey Porter, and Phil Nichols.
Good Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning?
It's whatever time you want it to be, Chris.
What in the world? Good Wednesday evening here on the high school huddle. Hot
You've been off ever since you got a tummy ache.
I had the tummy ache on Sunday.
I
know what death feels like now. It was not. It was a touch and go there for. My goodness, I don't wish that on it. That is so bad.
Well, I knew it was bad. I called you twice, and you didn't respond, and we both know that that's not good if you don't answer me. And so I got a little worried. I called you Monday and attacked you.
Yes.
And you let it go for about 20 seconds, and he said, "Now, do you want to know the real story?" And I said, "Yeah, please," before I dig it any deeper.
I couldn't lay to the left. I couldn't lay to the right.
Tummy ache.
It was so bad.
Bad.
But anyway, this is the high school huddle, Hot 93.7 FM KSBI on this Wednesday evening. He is Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans. Back in our Stillwater studio, of course, is the captain of the show, Miss Jordan Leach. Homecoming queen, Miss Mustang Bronco. But, well, obviously the bad news is we didn't win the lottery. The good news is we're here on this Wednesday night because this show would have been canceled immediately.
It's really I'm not happy about it. Some guy in South Carolina
won the big money, and
I saw a post on Facebook and said, "To whoever won the lottery, I'm pregnant and it's yours." That's what it said.
But imagine being that one person to win it.
I'd still be sitting in my chair staring at it.
I mean, do you put it down on the
counter?
No. Where do you put the winning ticket at
you hold it,
to secure it?
You hold it gently in your hand while an armored car drives you to the nearest attorney's office.
So one time I wouldn't mind going to jail. That would be all by myself with the lottery ticket, so nothing happened to it.
Sign the back real quick.
And then you got to go get it taken care of, and don't let anybody know who it is that you won, and then
well, you tell me. But
yeah. Then you won't tell anybody.
Not for 2 or 3 seconds. You would want to call me, though, because I probably have more weapons than anybody you know.
That's true. Just true. I would hire a couple people.
Yeah. You wouldn't pay me. You don't pay me to do anything. But
I would give you, $200 million probably easily if I would have won.
It went up from 50G when you thought there was a chance. Now there's not a chance. It's $200 million.
Well, now there's a piddly $600 million here in Oklahoma. I think that goes off.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so. I think you got time.
We got a reason to live again. All right.
Oh, well, we had a fun week of high school football. Well, we do the Guthrie radio broadcast, and we got to go to Northwest Class in Taft Stadium. That was 50-0 at halftime,
tough.
Or whatever it was. And we always talk. Capitol Hill and U.S. Grant went independent.
Yeah.
I mean, there were more people in the Guthrie band than there were Northwest Classen football players. And so we kind of talked about maybe Northwest Classen should entertain that thought of going independent because they're 0-9. They're getting ready to go. Well, they play Guyman week 10. And so now between Guyman and Northwest Classen, now determine who goes 1-9 on the year. But it's not even competitive for those guys. And so if you go independent and you start scheduling some smaller schools, maybe some JV teams, and it's not like Northwest Class has been down for 3, 4, 5 years. It's been forever. For a long time. Yeah. So this is something I think they need to entertain. Of course, there's some schools that up and higher 5A and lower 6A don't want to hear that because that bumps everybody up a spot.
Right.
Enid
call Shawnee, ask them how they feel about that.
Enid was looking like 6A2, then they get bumped up to 6A1, and so there's a lot of things that go back and forth on that deal. But
it's a bad deal, and we talked about it last week during the broadcast. But for those kids there, and any kid that's in a program like that, they work their tails off like everybody else does.
And that's the deal.
They deserve to play in a competitive situation. There was 24 kids on the sideline for a 5A football team. It's crazy.
And it's the same comparison that I make before there was 6A2, Choctaw, Sapulpa, Bartlesville, Enid.
Yeah, they're done before the season starts.
Never had a chance before the season even started. You're hoping maybe make the playoffs, and that's a good year. Ponca City.
If you went 500, it was a great year.
Yeah. You never have a chance at winning it all. But Northwest Classen is beyond that. They're just looking to win games, and so I think that. I mean, I don't know what that looks like.
It'd be kind of cool to see. We talked about maybe doing like an all-city championship, and maybe bring some of the schools from over on the east side, Tulsa, because their schools over there in a similar situation, and try to create a competitive situation for those kids. I mean, you'd like to think they could figure something out because it's not working the way they're doing it.
Good friend of ours, Steve Marshall.
Yep.
Radio show down in Norman. Does a lot of TV games and internet games. Does all that good stuff. It had some great tweets over the weekend. One of them that he shared is there's so many ways to look at the only 3 teams in 6A football on the west side of the state
are over 500. That says a lot, doesn't it?
Okay. The other thing is it looks like 6A football, 6A1, 6A2, all the first-round playoff games will be on the east side. No games in 6A on the west side.
Isn't that crazy?
It very well could go that way. Stillwater.
I just want to say, that's good reporting.
That's good stuff.
That's really good reporting, Steve. Great job. And it's just but it does. It speaks to that competitiveness it's just, or lack thereof, across the board. I mean, in Oklahoma, if you follow Oklahoma football, you kind of go into every year in 6A saying, okay, Jinx, Union, every once in a while a team like Owasso will stick their head in there. Broken Arrows, this year's kind of the class of 6A Division I, at least right now. And then after them, it's like, okay, and maybe somebody from the west side will make a little bit of a run, but there's never really an expectation going into the season that anybody on the west side is going to win the gold ball. It's always somebody on the east side. And the same thing can be said for, Steve also pointed out this weekend, every number 1 ranked team from C to 5A is on the west side.
Yep.
And so it's just a very odd thing, but just to our friend Steve, that's great reporting. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, outside of 6A football, I mean, you have Booker T. Washington that has won state championships.
Yeah.
In the 5A level. East Central had a year in there.
Year or two.
And then I think maybe like Lincoln Christian and Wagner.
Well, I guess, would you call Shawnee east side or west side?
I mean,
kind of central.
They're central, but when it comes down to it, they're usually on the east.
Right.
When in other sports, they're usually sometimes they're west, sometimes they're east, just maybe to balance that east-west deal. But I think
in 5A, it's primarily been Guthrie, Carl Albert, here lately McGinnis or Lawton Mac.
Yeah.
About every year.
And by the way, I saw Davis, Oklahoma will not be in the playoffs for the first time in like 3 decades.
That's crazy.
30-some-odd years. And
that's crazy.
I was talking to Jacob Unner with the Oklahoma, and we I drove by a scenario with him that we'll talk about a little bit with Guthrie Bishop McGinnis. He kind of laughed at me, but anyway, he tried to reach out to the folks in Davis and didn't get a response back. So that's probably a little tough,
sensitive,
little tough situation.
Well,
down
think
there.
about last year in Guthrie. We made the playoffs, but everything was pretty sensitive last year. When you're in a town that you used to, you start taking playoffs for granted. You just kind of assume you're going to be in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And you forget sometimes that, especially if you're in competitive districts like some of the districts are, for example, the district that Guthrie's in is very competitive in 5A. The top 3, usually those 3 teams are for darn sure top 10 teams, but usually top 5 or 6 teams.
Over the years,
yeah. I mean, it's weird when one of those traditional playoff teams doesn't make it. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I think, was it Clinton who didn't make it a few years ago?
Ended a long streak for them as well.
But, it's interesting stuff. But there's some good games this week.
Yep.
We'll talk about Guthrie McGinnis. I know we got a lot of people watching for that, and we'll talk about that here probably in the next segment. But another good one coming up this week is Edmond Santa Fe and Jinx. Edmond Santa Fe probably the only chance for the west side to be somewhat competitive in there, but it looks like it's going to come down to Edmond Santa Fe and Jinx for that second spot in Division I, District 1. Yeah. But Broken Arrow 8-0 right now, getting ready 9-0, 10-0, and they, their season continues. Again, Broken Arrow enjoying it. Well, we'll see. I'll be interested to see what they can do in the playoffs because of these teams like Jinx and Union, even for that matter, Owasso. They've proved it in the past, but maybe this is. I'm impressed with Broken Arrow's season, but I'm not completely sold. I haven't got to watch them either, so I'm not completely sold in the playoffs yet.
And rightfully so. I mean, you look at Jinx; they're sitting there 7-1 on the year, and they're not your typical dominant Jinx team, but they're 7-1.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Union. What are they? 6-2, 7-1.
Union. Oh.
I'm not for sure, but they're
6-2.
6-2. So going into the playoffs, they're still my 2 top picks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, now I do think this is probably Broken Arrow's year. I mean, everything's pointing towards that.
Right.
Which would be kind of cool. It'd be 2 years in a row somebody other than Jinx and Union hoisted the gold ball at the end of the year. But it's also be interesting to see where would a Stillwater team this year, where would they fit in that 6A Division I? Where would they fit and all that?
Yeah,
very good, very very good club.
Mm-hmm.
We got them as the top team in 6A Division II. I think most people probably would at this point, but still,
it's tough, man. I mean, the numbers are tough. I would think Broken Arrow would be a lot deeper. It would be fun to see this year. And that's the deal. You can say that every. You take a good 5A team. How would they go against Jinx or Union Broken? And it's just their normal year.
Well,
so
normally,
you take a community's best team they've ever had in a long, long time to even compete on a normal year for Broken Arrow or.
Right, and I think what we've said in the past when we've seen some great 5A schools, we've had them here in Guthrie. We've obviously had them in Carl Albert and some of these other towns. Where do they compete? I've always said skilled position-wise, they were as good as anybody in 6A. But where the separation is with the big uglies up front and the depth.
Yep.
I mean, that's where it would get sporty. Now, there's been some 5A teams that I think if you played 10 times with the best in 6A Division I over the years, probably would have been split or been close to it, maybe 6-4 or 7-3. But I think there definitely would have been times 5A teams could have beat those 6A schools because they were just that loaded with skilled kids. But still, numbers always kind of even everything out, right? You got more numbers, kind of offsets that. But I think when you look at coaching, I don't think there's a great difference between 6A and 5A in coaching. I think we have great coaches in 5A, we have great coaches in 6A. I think some of the best coaches in the state are from the smaller schools, and they've just chosen that's what they love. They love working in those smaller communities. And so great coaches everywhere. Great athletes at all levels. It's just the number of great athletes obviously is greater.
It seems like 6A football, there's a lot more spread offenses. And we see 5A all the time, and there's not really a whole lot of the spread. I mean, Guthrie huddles up, and Carl Albert huddles up. I mean, not every time, but they do huddle up. And it seems like, Stillwater, they're up and down. I mean, they would completely dominate 5A.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's any.
I'm just saying.
I think they'd beat Carl Albert by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, I mean, Carl Albert could beat them. I mean,
but I think if both teams played their best, I think Stillwater's a 2-touchdown win probably.
Hey, you got a lot of friends at Ed Memorial. Are they a little happy with the little 22-point victory over Enid?
I mean, they're happy with any victory, Chris.
They're 3-5.
Well, I mean, let's just be. But they're one of those teams that fall into that conversation we're having. You got Edmond schools that have. What do they got now? 4 schools.
Well, they got 3 right now. The 4th one's coming. The land's been paid for.
I mean, and if you want to count Deer Creek, I mean, they're technically in Edmond.
Deer Creek, yeah.
I mean, so there's, not to mention all the private schools that are located.
OCA. They're a good Class A football program.
OCA. There's good football in Edmond. I mean, they've obviously got great athletes walking around the town of Edmond, but they're just spread out in all the different districts. And, Broken Arrow, one district, I think like you like to say, and 20 million enrollment. I mean, it's a huge, I think it's close to 6,000.
5,000 plus.
5,000 plus at the high school. So, I mean, it's definitely there's definitely a difference. I look down at some of the people that are watching tonight and listening. I see a few names on here that were all-state players for Guthrie in the past, and super athletes, college athletes after the high school level, and one of them was watching. I think is probably the best linebacker ever to step foot on the football field in Guthrie. And you look at some of those guys that were just studs. Now I think those guys, they would have been studs no matter where you put them. They'd have been studs at Jinx, they'd have been studs at – it doesn't matter where you put them. They're going to be studs. But, again, it's just the numbers. It's just the numbers.
Yep, Stillwater Pioneers, they continue to roll. They're 8-0 on the year. They got Putnam City and Dell City left, so it looks like they're off to a good chance to go 10-0 this year. And so we're going to take our opening timeout here on the high school huddle. Coming up, we're going to talk a little bit of Crescent football as well. Talk Guthrie McGinnis 5A1. We're not going to know who's in the playoffs
until next week.
Until the end of the games next week, and I think one team has pretty much out of the running for 5A1 playoff positioning, and so it's going to come down to a couple teams for a couple spots, and we'll talk about that coming up after our opening timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about all that good stuff. This is the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI.
Legacy Wealth Advisory Group, your business wealth advisory experts, provide consulting, training, and turnkey solutions for businesses and their employees. Legacy provides solutions and strategies for employee benefits, human resources, commercial insurance, estate planning, and tax planning. Visit them online at legacywag.com or contact Legacy at 405-216-5578 for a free consultation and start planning your future today.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know that Guthrie Tag Agency is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tag Agency helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tag Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 in the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
What makes a great bank? Financial strength, convenient hours in multiple locations, the latest financial tools. Bank First offers this and more, a lot more. In fact, Bank First employees volunteer with nonprofits, serve on school boards, church and civic groups in every city we serve. Bank First does this because we're more than just another bank. We're an integral part of 50 Oklahoma communities. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Member FDIC.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
It's a beautiful day to introduce people to the golden goodness of Golden Chick. So this is your first time you had Golden Chick. What do you think?
Absolutely delicious.
These are 100% tenderloin, no mystery meat.
I love them. They're so juicy and tender.
How long do you think it takes to marinate a perfect piece of chicken?
Probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20. An hour?
What if I told you 24 hours? Wow. I feel like one of those infomercial guys. But wait, there's more time marinating the chicken. One taste, and you're golden. Golden chicken. Come on, I need this back.
Okay.
Been looking for answers to your financial questions? Signal Financial Management provides professional investment management services to individuals, corporations, and institutions. Signal can help you reduce risks through a wide range of services and solutions, including investment, retirement, estate planning, and long-term care. Located in Edmond, visit Signal online at signalrg.com or by phone at 855-644-4401. Your money matters at Signal Financial Management. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Foundation Insurance and Risk Management is an independent insurance agency, which means they have made available some of the best companies for you. They offer all types of personal insurance coverages to their clients, including auto, homeowners, earthquake, mobile home, and individual life insurance. Call Foundation Insurance today at 405-293-9355 or go online at foundationinsurance.net and fill out a quick online quote form. Foundation Insurance and Risk Management. Let them help you design an insurance plan that fits your needs and budget.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678. Don't have time to call? Send us a text at 405-973-8645 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Welcome back. Second segment, High School Huddle, 93.7 FM, KSBI. Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio.
Homecoming queen.
Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. Of course, we're streaming this live, Facebook Live on Guthrie News page. Be sure to check it out. Got a good audience out there tonight, and I gotta say, you need like 15-degree weather to arrive.
I'm a terrible dresser.
I mean, once you put it all together, it's fine, but you're dressed like it's Anchorage, Alaska out there today.
I got the little sweater vest going on. I got the T-shirt. I got the long sleeve shirt.
It was like 70 degrees on our golf outing a couple weeks ago, and you wore pants.
That was miserable. I wanted to die.
Then you show up to the football game dressed like it's going to be -5.
I know. I'm a bad dresser. I don't know what to do about it. I mean, my wife buys me nice clothes.
Right.
I just don't know when to wear them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The appearance is fine, but it's just putting it all together, when to put it together.
It's tough. You would think Tanya would take 2 seconds and say, no, it's 106 out, Phil. Put the parka back in the, because I don't know. But like I told you, when I was growing up, I was the kid at the county fair that would get the new, like cool jacket for when it got colder because he went school shopping in August.
Right.
Had to wear it. Dying. Just absolutely dying.
I remember I was a young lad, I don't know, 12, 13 years old, went to play bingo with Grandma.
Okay.
I'm sure it was legal. I don't know.
Whatever coolness you had just left.
I was 12 or 13.
When I was 13, I was, okay. But
Maybe
anyway,
that's why I can't feel my left lung right now.
There could be a possibility of that.
I remember I actually had a bingo.
Oh.
And I thought I won $1,000. A bingo.
What'd you win?
Well, 9 other people won too.
Oh.
So we had to split it. So I got $100. I was pumped.
Well, that's a lot of money when you're that age.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you bought baseball cards, didn't you?
No, Grandma made me go to Target and get jeans for school.
Your grandma's tough.
That's
not good.
I didn't even get to sit on it, not even a day.
No,
we were buying jeans for school.
Is that why you're that way with the Kel and the Lance?
As far as they don't like jeans.
Well, you guys pretty thummy with the boys when it comes to their money.
Well, no, we put it in the bank as soon as they get it.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's going to go one of two ways. When these kids get a little freedom, they're either going to be inmate number 87432 or they're going to be president of the United States.
I don't want president.
Okay, well, get ready to go to McAllister. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh, they don't play very good football in McAllister anymore.
No, they're struggling right now. It's not good.
They went down fast.
What happened?
Well, the coach left.
Well, coaches don't tackle.
Well, Guthrie beat them in 2013. Was that the year?
Oh, that was the team that nobody could stop their offense.
Yeah. They had the quarterback that went to OU, Dalton Wood.
He was there for a day.
For a day and a half.
Yeah.
And the
really good little tailback.
Yeah. The coach left for Texas and McAllister. I mean, they're like one, two, 3 wins.
Yeah, it's been tough.
Let's see what they are real quick. Go off a site. They're 3-5 this year.
Yeah,
which I think is an improvement over the last couple of years.
I think you're right.
But anyway. All right, coming up here in just a minute, we're going to talk about Guthrie McGinnis. Jacob Bumner, a good friend at the Oklahoma, has that as the number 2 game.
Come on, Jacob.
The week. And,
what game's better than that one?
Who did he have?
Jacob.
By the way, he's picking the Irish to win.
Jacob, I'll be calling you after the show.
He's picking the Irish to win 21-17.
Jacob, it's because of that guy.
That guy with that muscle there on his
Piedmont transfer. Did he have those muscles when he was at Piedmont?
No, I don't think he did.
Some of them McGinnis muscles built him up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cashing has a big game this week.
Yep.
Who does he have as the game of the week? And we're going to go through those here probably in our next segment. I'd like to see who he has.
Boy, you better get this one right.
And I didn't think it was too bad.
Oh, okay.
Jinx and Edmond Santa Fe. I mean, it's the East School against the West School. I mean, what do you expect is going to happen?
I mean, Jinx going to win that game by 3 touchdowns.
Santa Fe's got a good defense.
Jinx going to win that game by 3 touchdowns.
They might win it by 3 touchdowns. Okay, real quick. Let's take a look at Class 5A football. We'll look at Division I, and then we will. I promise we'll get to the Guthrie McGinnis game. Ardmore 8-0 right now. They've already got a win over Altus, and right now, Ardmore, Duncan, and Altus appear. Those are the 3 schools that more than likely will be in the playoffs. I think Noble, I think they're done.
Yeah, they're done.
I think they're done. They're 1-4 in district play, and so even if they go 3-4, I still think they're done. And they come off that great year last year, and obviously Kids graduate, and so with that, Ardmore, I think, will win that district. They've already got a win over Altus, but
of course we're pulling for El Reno to get that 4 spot. At least I am. I think you are. We got some connections there to the El Reno program with head coach and defensive coordinator. I'd like to see them get in there. That'd be great for Chuck, and obviously love to see Luke Davis as defensive coordinator. Very young defensive coordinator, Luke Davis is.
Yeah, Ardmore, Duncan, Altus. I think that, depending on what happens, I think they're in there right now. But I think it's going to come down to El Reno and Lawton MacArthur.
Yeah.
By the way, Lawton MacArthur, I think, has the longest winning streak in 5A football, which I think is
a playoff.
Is that what it is?
Not winning streak. Carl Alberts.
McGinnis is behind. Well, I'll look it up here in a little bit.
Wait, what did you just say? You said the longest winning streak.
I think it is.
Of what? A winning streak? I mean, Carl Alberts won like 35 of their last 36.
No, I'm talking about winning seasons.
Winning seasons.
Yeah, winning
seasons.
That's
different than winning streak, Chris.
Well,
I mean, you got to take a nap before we come on the air. I mean, you got to get some rest.
I mean, you're taking 4 naps and you're still
sleepy time. It happens.
McGinnis has 17 winning seasons, which is number 2 in 5A. Lawton Mac has that winning seasons, but I say that because Lawton Mac's 4-4.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at Lawton Mac real quick, Philip.
That's scary, actually. 4-4.
They are 4-4. They got Duncan and El Reno to finish up the season.
That El Reno game is going to decide it. That last game of the year.
Well, it depends on what happens with Duncan too.
I think Duncan will beat him.
And we talked about Duncan going into last week's game with Ardmore, and they were 7-0, and we're talking about it's been a good. I mean, nothing against their schedule has not been what it is, not very good, but that's not their fault. They just play who's on there.
Play everybody
and
on.
And then
it.
they play Ardmore, and then Ardmore, what was it? 35-7. I would have to look it up again. It was a big difference on the score. Ardmore 34, Duncan 7. So now Duncan. Again, this is the tough part of their schedule, like many schools are out there. Yep. So we will see how that one finishes up. But Altus, I think Altus will get that number 2 spot. Altus has El Reno this week, and then they go to Duncan. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that can still play out as far as that 5A1 standing. So, and, of course, all of our Guthrie fans out there, 5A2 plays 5A1 in the first round of the playoffs. So it looks like when you look at 5A2 football, you have Piedmont and Woodward playing next week. I believe that's in Piedmont. Yeah. And the winner of that game is in the playoffs, and they'll make a trip to Ardmore more than likely in the first round.
It'll be tough first round game for either one of those teams, but Piedmont's. I mean, that's a really evenly matched contest. Probably give the edge to Piedmont. I think I would anyway. We've seen them both, obviously.
Piedmont with the quarterback. I would go with Woodward with the running back.
He's good.
Cole Marlette.
Yeah.
Defensively, I think both are pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a good ball game.
It's at Piedmont, so Woodward has to drive 5 hours to get there.
Yeah. I mean, right now somewhere Guyman kids are laughing, going 5 hours.
5 hours. Get out of here. Okay. So now we look at 5A2. Of course, Carl Albert, I don't know who they got. Somebody they're going to beat up pretty good this week. But then you got is it Woodward maybe? I can't remember. Of course, the big game here is Guthrie hosting Bishop McGinnis. Yeah. And the Guthrie Blue Jays trying to get a home playoff game. If they can win it and win it at Lawton Eisenhower, puts them in a great spot to host. If you look at Bishop McGinnis, hey, we got Carl Albert next week. We got Guthrie this week, Carl Albert next week. Hey, we win 2 games. We're the district champions, and we're hosting 2 playoff games. Yep. And Carl Albert will have a chance at McGinnis. Of course, the last team to beat Carl Albert was Bishop McGinnis a couple of years ago, although they both played in the state championship for the last 2 years, and Carl Albert's won that one too. But Carl Albert on that great winning streak right now. Last team to beat him again was McGinnis. So Guthrie's thinking 2, hopefully, maybe 3. McGinnis is thinking 1, 2, maybe 3. And then Carl Albert's thinking 1 or 1. One. But I bring this up real quick because I like the if game. And next week, I apologize ahead of time when we get to next week because there's going to be district standing scenarios.
Yes.
If this team does this and by 15, it's like a bracket for me. I just love breaking that down.
Geek out a little bit.
And so a little bit of geek out. And so I thought, well, let me just kind of geek out a little bit before.
2 weeks in a row. That's great, Chris.
Yeah. Well, I'm just breaking it down just a little bit.
You want to borrow my sweater vest?
No, I'm already hot in here to begin with.
I'm dying. It's okay.
1, 2,
I just don't.
you're 3
just stop.
deep.
Just push through it. Just push through it.
Hey, these are when we do this, we're obviously on Facebook Live and on 93.7 FM. Do you ever go through the video feeds and look what you wore?
Oh, I'd never go back and look at myself, Chris.
Just make sure you don't wear the same thing.
No,
I never. You don't look at.
No, I don't. I think that's very vain.
So when your wife says when you go home and watch the replay, she's making.
Oh, I never do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I do that actually.
I know you hadn't brought up the sweater fest yet.
Well, because it's a month early, Chris.
It's only 62 degrees. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So let me geek out, and I talked to a friend, media friend, and he said you just wasted your time, but it was fine. And I didn't tell him who the teams were. And
I think I know who you're talking about.
I didn't tell him who the teams were, and he's like, "What district?" I said, 582. Oh yeah, that's not happening. But let's just play along here. Let's say Guthrie wins this week.
Yep.
Beats Bishop McGinnis by 15 points.
Yep.
Is it possible Guthrie can win by 15 over McGinnis?
Yeah. I think it's possible. It's not probable. It's possible. It's also possible I could get a phone call from the Cowboys. I mean, it's possible.
Well, it's not.
I'm not saying to be a player. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, ball boy.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking more like washing the laundry.
Okay, and so let's say Guthrie beats McGinnis by 15, and then Guthrie would go on the road in Week 10 and beat Lawton Eisenhower by 15 points or more.
Yeah, probable.
Okay. And so Carl Albert's going to win this week.
Yep.
By 15, by 40, whatever it is.
Yep.
And then McGinnis and Carl Albert play next week.
Yep.
Is there a chance that McGinnis could beat Carl Albert by 15 points?
No.
But let's say they did.
Oh, okay. We're playing this game. Chris, there's a chance.
So let's just say they did.
Okay.
Play along.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm doing my best.
So that would leave Carl Albert, Guthrie, and McGinnis all 6-1 in the district.
Yeah.
And that would leave them all with 75 district points.
Would you have co-district champions?
Well, you can't. I mean, Guthrie would beat
anything's possible.
McGinnis would beat Carl Albert. Carl Albert would beat Guthrie.
Right.
So usually you go head to head.
Right.
And then you go by district points.
Right.
Well,
that's a wash.
That's a wash. So what happens in that situation?
Rumble?
Not just.
I mean, what do we do?
What's it?
Do we have a rumble? I mean, what do we do?
Close. A coin flip.
A coin flip. Same thing.
Yeah. So if you have, and I bring this up, it might not happen at 582, but it might happen in another district.
Sure. Who gets to call the coin toss?
The OSSAA gets to.
Why do they get to do it?
Well, I think they get to determine what 2 teams do the coin flip.
Okay, and then the 2 head coaches show up?
We would stream that.
Oh, darn right we would.
With the delay.
That'd be awesome.
So you have, I don't know how the OSSA would determines what 2 teams of the 3 get to be involved in the coin flip.
Yeah.
Because let's just say they pick Carl Albert and Guthrie.
We'll do that.
That leaves McGinnis out. So they flip a coin between Carl Albert and Guthrie.
You could do rock, paper, scissors to figure who the 2 are.
But I don't know how they determine the 2. But anyway,
rock, paper, scissors.
So let's say Guthrie wins the toss.
Yeah.
Then they go head-to-head with McGinnis, and Guthrie would beat McGinnis, so Guthrie's your district champions.
Okay.
That's how the scenario, it could come down to a coin toss.
Now, what do you think's going to happen?
Oh, well, not that.
Okay,
well,
good.
I'm just saying, a lot of people don't know, if the 2 teams or 3 teams are tied and then the same district points. I didn't know it came down to a coin flip.
No, I didn't either.
I never looked. I mean, I looked it up today, but
what do you think's going to happen, Chris? He hates it when I do this.
I think. Well, see, if I pick Guthrie to beat Bishop
I'm
McGinnis,
a homer,
then I'm the homer guy.
I know.
I mean, Kirk Herbstreit doesn't pick the games that he broadcasts.
I know.
I think it'd be. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Blue Jays.
Does everybody know that proverbial fence?
Yeah.
You sit right on top
Right there,
of it. Right. I mean, it's got to poke you a little bit. It's got to be a little uncomfortable. Just once. Tell everybody what you think's going to happen. I'd just like to hear it one time.
I think we're going to see a great running back, Piedmont transfer, Dominic Richardson, come into Joe's Mustang, gets a good Guthrie defense that can stop the run. The question is, can the Guthrie offense get going, score? They had a hard time in that Carlisle game. So I think there was a little bit of players that weren't 100%. But that's Dominic Richardson will be the best player on the field.
By a mile.
And not only can he run the football, he can receive the football as well.
I think he had 7 for like 70 yards last week.
With that, Kelly Beebe played Northwest Classen last week, so he's probably had 2 weeks and some off time in the offseason. So he's had 2 weeks to truly get ready for this Bishop McGinnis running game. They got some good supporting cast, but it comes down to Dominic Richardson, which I've heard he's almost 100%, if not 100% now after the injury last year. So it will, of course, McGinnis got a new head coach this year as the former offensive coordinator, so it's no one new. So the system remains the same there.
Right.
Justin Jones was the head coach, now off to Norman North. But those are my initial thoughts there.
So who wins?
Who wins? Well, our good friend Jacob Unruh picks Bishop McGinnis 21-17.
I mean, I love Jacob. Who do you think?
No, who do you think?
I think Guthrie's going to win.
You think Guthrie's going to win?
And I really do. I'm not just because a lot of times I'll have fun and I used to always say Guthrie's going to win. And you could have said they're playing the Sooners, and I'd say Guthrie'd win just because just having fun. But I truly believe these two teams are extremely similar. I do understand McGinnis is going to have the best player on the field. I do. But that guy's great at running the ball. What's Kelly Beebe great at preparing for?
Stopping the
run.
Even if they're a great passing team, he's going to stop the.
He's going to stop the run. I mean, he
like
is.
Most coaches do, but he's
Kelly's
a different level.
He's a different level. Okay, so it's going to come down to whether Scott Mick's offense can put some points on the board. And if we can put some points on the board, I think we win this game 21-17. I think we win the game 21-14. I think it's going to be a tight ball game.
If they win, I'd like for them to win by at least 15.
Well, I know, but I don't, that's probably not going to happen. I mean, it could, but it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, I honestly believe Guthrie's going to win this week against McGinnis.
It would, that would set it up nicely for my scenario. Then it would be big Bishop McGinnis fans to beat Carlisle by 15.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, we were going to call it today. I think it's going to be CA, Guthrie, McGinnis, Piedmont, or the 4N for me.
And that's the other thing. One of these 3 teams, Carlisle, McGinnis, Guthrie, three good teams, will be on the road.
Yeah, and it's that way every year.
Yeah, and it could be Guthrie at Altus. It could be McGinnis at Altus.
Wait a second. Let's just all take a moment. Just say a small prayer that it's not
the radio
Altus.
team, and we're way behind on this segment. The radio team will be making a trip to Lawton Eisenhower Cameron Stadium in Week 10.
2 weeks in a row.
Could be going to Altus.
No.
If it's not Altus, could be going to Duncan.
No.
Or those teams could be coming to Guthrie.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be a lot easier?
I'm praying right now.
So if you're McGinnis, you might as well just lose so it'd be easier on us.
I think it's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do. All right, we need to take a break because that would definitely be the right thing to do, or Jordan will start yelling at us for being behind schedule.
That's Jordan.
Yeah. Okay, so we've already taken one break, right? So this is break number 2. Okay. All right, take a time out. We come back. We got to talk about Crescent. They're 4-4.
Yep.
Are they going to be over 500? Are they going to be able to get into the playoffs? They got easy week this week. They got a tough week the following week. And then Cashin, they got a big game this week. Could be the district championship. They're on a roll, so we're going to talk about that.
Yep.
And some other games. Did Millwood win by 30? That's our game of the week. Did Millwood beat, not our game of the week, but our
It's our lock of the week every week.
Our lock of the week to win by 30 or more. So with that, we'll take a time out. This is the High School Huddle, 93.7 FM, KSBI.
It's a beautiful day to introduce people to the golden goodness of Golden Chick. So this is your first time you've had Golden Chick. What do you think?
Absolutely delicious.
These are 100% tenderloin, no mystery meat.
I love them. They're so juicy and tender.
How long do you think it takes to marinate a perfect piece of chicken?
Probably
20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20. An hour?
What if I told you 24 hours? Wow. I feel like one of those infomercial guys. But wait, there's more time marinating the chicken. One taste, and you're golden. I need this pack.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Foundation Insurance and Risk Management is an independent insurance agency, which means they have made available some of the best companies for you. They offer all types of personal insurance coverages to their clients, including auto, homeowners, earthquake, mobile home, and individual life insurance. Call Foundation Insurance today at 405-293-9355 or go online at foundationinsurance.net and fill out a quick online quote form. Foundation Insurance and Risk Management. Let them help you design an insurance plan that fits your needs and budget.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging Agency is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging Agency helps with driver's road test. That's right. Take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
Been looking for answers to your financial questions? Signal Financial Management provides professional investment management services to individuals, corporations, and institutions. Signal can help you reduce risks through a wide range of services and solutions, including investment, retirement, estate planning, and long-term care. Located in Edmond, visit Signal online at signalrg.com or by phone at 855-644-4401. Your money matters at Signal Financial Management.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 and the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
What makes a great bank? Financial strength, convenient hours in multiple locations, the latest financial tools. Bank First offers this and more, a lot more. In fact, Bank First employees volunteer with nonprofits, serve on school boards, church and civic groups in every city we serve. Bank First does this because we're more than just another bank. We're an integral part of 50 Oklahoma communities. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Member FDIC.
Legacy Wealth Advisory Group, your business wealth advisory experts, provide consulting, training, and turnkey solutions for businesses and their employees. Legacy provides solutions and strategies for employee benefits, human resources, commercial insurance, estate planning, and tax planning. Visit them online at legacywag.com or contact Legacy at 405-216-5578 for a free consultation and start planning your future today.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678. Don't have time to call? Send us a text at 405-973-8645 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Phil Nichols to my right, Chris Evans, Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio. Steve Marshall letting us know, since 2006 in Class 5A football, 5 state championships for the Carl Albert Titans, 3 for the Guthrie Blue Jays, and 2 for Booker T. Washington.
Yep.
Guarantee Booker T. Washington's not winning the 5A state championship this year.
No, they're not. And
they're not going to win 6A.
I'm going to go ahead and put an asterisk next to one of those state championship appearances Booker T. had because the field goal was good.
Are you referring to 2008?
Yeah, that who shall remain nameless, yeah. Good.
Well, we got some great officials.
Good.
We have some great officials watching this broadcast tonight, and
they
did
weren't on
not.
That crew,
they were not on that crew.
Okay, I've been trying to find out who's on it. You haven't told me.
Nope. Because they're in the area code, and I'm not telling you who they are.
They are?
They are in the area code. Yes. If I won on the lottery last night, I would have told you.
Well, you'd had Bell money then. Sounds good.
Well, I was going to talk about something.
Can I real quick? I'm going to be selfish. I know that's a shocker, but our son Jake, as you know, is in the United States Air Force. We just got a message from our beautiful daughter-in-law, who we love dearly, Miss Hannah Dudek Nichols, lives in Italy with our son Jake. Jake is being deployed. He just found out his plane landed in Kuwait, and he will be there for a short period of time, and then on to Qatar. So obviously we want to just let everybody know how proud we are of Jake and Hannah.
Yeah, Air Force.
Very proud of both those kids. They've done wonderful things, and we love them dearly. I told Chris, said you worry when your kid's in Kansas City. You really freak out when they're in Kuwait.
Yeah. You're going to Lawton Eisenhower weekend? Yeah. Oh, be careful.
Be careful. Drive safe.
Be safe out there. You never know who's out driving.
Kuwait and Qatar. When I told my parents Jake was going to Qatar, my dad goes, that sounds really scary.
Yeah.
So, well, Qatar is not that bad. I mean, it's really not, but it's like I said, down the road or whatever. But we love you, Jake.
Hey, real quick, Class 4A football. Huddle last week with a convincing win over Blanchard. Well, not convincing, 35-21.
That's a good win.
So I think the looking at the 4A standings, I don't think there would be a private school. So the 4A, which you kind of go into the 4A, they're the superintendents and coaches and principals that are really behind trying to get the private schools to compete somewhere else.
By the way, I'm proud of them.
So looking at 4A, because Heritage Hall dropped down to 3A, so 4A will have a chance for a public school.
It's just like everything. I mean, you go back, you look at Clay Tartar. If Clay Tartar, if it was an even playing field, Clay Tartar would have 108 freaking cross country state titles.
Quite a few.
I mean, it's just, and listen, there's a way to handle it. Just beat them. I get all that. But anybody that says there's not some advantages to being a private school is not being honest.
And this is going to be a short break. Probably a good thing if we're going to be talking about this. But you look at last week, McGinnis beating Piedmont, and there you had a guy all the way through junior high.
They didn't have to just have a guy; they have their guy.
Yeah, their guy.
I mean, he's a Piedmont kid. I asked the question, does he still live in Piedmont? I asked somebody that, and everybody goes, well, I don't know. Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's just, just silly. But it's all right. When you beat them, like we have McGinnis many times, it just makes it a little sweeter. Yeah.
Heritage Hall last week defeated Kingfisher, our good friends over there in Kingfisher. Got beat 35-27, but congratulations. I think it was the girls cross-country team that won the state championship for the first time in school history. So Kingfisher, great football, great boys basketball, and now their cross-country team winning state titles. So congratulations to we got a lot of good friends over in Kingfisher.
Yeah.
Michael Swisher, a good guy over there, covers the Jackets, does a great job covering them. So it's always fun to watch our friends over to the west.
And we celebrated probably not as much as the folks from Kingfisher, but pretty darn close when they finally brought the title home here a few years back. And that's well deserved. They got there many times, were close many times, and Jeff and his whole staff over there, they do a great job on the football field. So you always, it's always tough to pick against them because you feel like you're picking against your first cousin, So it's
yeah, it was in the 5A, 6A state championships for cross country is this week at Evans Santa Fe. Evans Santa Fe had it last year, and I thought it was a great course. And then they used the football stadium for the trophy presentation and all that good stuff. So 5A girls, Bishop Kelly, I mean, they've already won the title.
Right.
So now it's just competing for second place, which Guthrie could be there, Piedmont could be there, maybe a couple other schools from the east side could be there as well. So best of luck to all the state cross-country runners. They have the small schools, as we mentioned last week, and then 5A, 6A is this week.
Well, and our junior high kids, to brag on the Guthrie Junior High for a second, I mean, they won what's basically the equivalent to the state championship in the junior high boys cross country this past week. Of course, Chris's son, oldest son, Kel Espin, is a member of that team and medaled and made second team all-star, all-state. And congratulations to Kel and all the wonderful kids. I think we had 4 kids that all stated or were first or second team all-state on that team and did a great job. And, of course, Coach DeMint's done a wonderful job with that program. And so the running sports are in great hands, or should I say legs.
Yeah, they
going forward.
The varsity team is going to be both boys and girls going to be in the state tournament for the second year, state meet for the second year in a row. So good stuff there. Yeah. All right, we got to get this in real quick before we get our final timeout. Did Millwood win by 30 or more? It's the thing that we've been going through back and forth. We've been wrong once and we knew we would be against Washington.
Well, Chris did. I didn't think I was going to be wrong.
Well, I think Washington's pretty good, and they were good last year. And I just
they played in the state title,
making good. That was
pretty good.
Trying to make good radio theater, but it's a deal. Will Millwood win by 30 or more? And we did that after the Heritage Hall game in week 1. That was the state champion versus state champion, and beat Douglas by 56, beat Cashel Hall by 31, beat Crooked Oak by 62. Community Christian 22. That was down week.
Right there, it was down. A little off.
The Washington game was a 5-point game, and
they were down late.
We were on the radio sweating,
panicking.
We picked them by 30 to win, and
I was already getting ready to come down with the flu the following week.
I think they were losing in the fourth quarter. If I remember.
They were.
Right. Yeah,
they were.
Beat Lexington. Let's see, I got to do math here. 59 points.
Yep.
And then they this week
59 points.
Another 59-point
nail-biter.
They gave up 6 points to Star Spencer.
That's kind of weak.
Only gave up 6. Or only scored 65, but gave up 6. That's
they have 107 D1 players on that team.
Oh my goodness,
crazy.
Millwood's pretty good. Final timeout after this. This is the High School Huddle. 93.7 FM KSBI.
Legacy Wealth Advisory Group, your business wealth advisory experts, provide consulting, training, and turnkey solutions for businesses and their employees. Legacy provides solutions and strategies for employee benefits, human resources, commercial insurance, estate planning, and tax planning. Visit them online at legacywag.com or contact Legacy at 405-216-5578 for a free consultation and start planning your future today.
What makes a great bank? Financial strength, convenient hours in multiple locations, the latest financial tools. Bank First offers this and more, a lot more. In fact, Bank First employees volunteer with nonprofits, serve on school boards, church and civic groups in every city we serve. Bank First does this because we're more than just another bank. We're an integral part of 50 Oklahoma communities. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Member FDIC.
Been looking for answers to your financial questions? Signal Financial Management provides professional investment management services to individuals, corporations, and institutions. Signal can help you reduce risks through a wide range of services and solutions, including investment, retirement, estate planning, and long-term care. Located in Edmond, visit Signal online at signalrg.com or by phone at 855-644-4401. Your money matters at Signal Financial Management.
Foundation Insurance and Risk Management is an independent insurance agency, which means they have made available some of the best companies for you. They offer all types of personal insurance coverages to their clients, including auto, homeowners, earthquake, mobile home, and individual life insurance. Call Foundation Insurance today at 405-293-9355 or go online at foundationinsurance.net and fill out a quick online quote form. Foundation Insurance and Risk Management. Let them help you design an insurance plan that fits your needs and budget.
Hey,
Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet. Just a short drive to I-35 and the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
It's a beautiful day to introduce people to the golden goodness of Golden Chick. So this is your first time you've had Golden Chick. What do you think?
Absolutely delicious.
These are 100% tenderloin, no mystery meat.
I love them. They're so juicy and tender.
How long do you think it takes to marinate a perfect piece of chicken?
Probably
20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20. An hour?
What if I told you 24 hours? Wow. I feel like one of those infomercial guys. But wait, there's more time marinating the chicken. One taste, and you're golden. Golden Chick. Come on, I need this back.
Okay.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678. Don't have time to call? Send us a text at 405-973-8645 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Final segment here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Also streaming on Facebook Live on Guthrie News page. Hey, Guthrie News page went over 15,000 Facebook likes. So
you're welcome.
A little bit of a milestone there. So yeah, over 1,000 on the Twitters, and
you're welcome.
Thank you, appreciate that. Well, we got to do this real quick before I forget. Let me get the ending of the show ready. Okay, here we go. The Cashion Wildcats, Phil. And we got a few minutes left in the segment, and we got to go here really, really fast. But Cashion this week will take on, Crossings? And I think the winner of this ball game will be your district champions. Yeah. So this is a big game for Cashion, and I'm trying to go different ways. But go ahead, Phil.
What do you want me to do?
I didn't have him pulled up.
Why are you struggling?
Well, I am struggling. I'm trying to.
You want me to give my prediction?
Well, this is where I'd like for you to stretch a little bit for me. Yeah.
I mean, like literally, or just? Oh, you mean talk?
Yes. Oh. Yes, it is Cashion Crossing Christian.
See, you got it.
Oh my gosh, that's not this bad radio. Cashion 35-20 over Watonga last week. Perfect season so far. Crossing Christians in the next week at Main Coast. So 2 tough games for the Cashion Wildcats to try to finish out this district championship. Again, we knew they were young a year ago, and everyone kind of got their had their chances at Cashion, but I think those are gone. As Cashion had one down year out of 40, it seems like in the last several years. But they will. It'll be a good test for Cashion. So we'll see how they come out in that District 8-3 matchup. Yep. And our friends over in Crescent, 4-4 on the year. I think they got an easy one this week with Northeast, and then they finish up with Christian Heritage, and that Christian Heritage game could be a playoff spot. Crescent will be 5-4 going in that game, and so they'll take on Christian Heritage, which I think has the same district record at 3-3. So Crossings Christians in Cashion fighting for that one. Well, we got to throw Miko in there too.
Cashion should win that game. I mean, you go back and look, and I believe Crescent played Crossings Christian, and it was a tight ball game. Of course, I've said it many times. Hunter Bowers is on your team. You got a fighter's chance, slugger's chance, but we'll see. But I think Cashion will probably win out and probably finish the regular season undefeated and go into the playoffs and see what happens. They've won some games like that. The game against Christian Heritage. Yep. Last second play, and so they've had kind of those pieces, right? When you make runs, there seems to always be one or two games where something miraculous or very near to it occurs, right, to get a W. So it'll be interesting. But I look for Cashion to win out.
Everyone talks about Cashion in that offense, and rightfully so, with Lamb at the quarterback spot there. But their defense has been pretty darn good this year. I think the most points they've given up this year is 22 points. 22 points against Wellston, 20 last week to Watonga. So, but they got two challenges in front of them. It won't be a cakewalk, but so we'll see how the Cashion Wildcats handle all that. Well, top of the hour, did you see? We got to get out of here. Did you see the OU's big quarterback prospect out of Phoenix is done playing high school football?
Yeah, got a little trouble.
Have we ever figured out what the
we call those misunderstandings at the Nichols house?
District policy.
It's a misunderstanding.
Nothing. I don't think there's anything legal.
I don't think it has anything to do with the law. I think he obviously violated some kind of code at the school or something. You'd hate to speculate what it is, but we were talking today at lunch. I don't think his future coach is probably too worried about it because it's got 5 stars next to his name, and he doesn't have to worry about getting hit and taking any more blows and stuff like that. So, you don't ever want to hear things like that for any kid, but it doesn't sound like it's anything too severe.
Yeah.
I mean, so who knows, though? I mean, there's a lot of things.
All right, we got to get out of here. You made it only 2 wardrobes tonight. You did a great job.
You're lucky we're getting off the air because this shirt's getting ready to come off in a second. Nobody wants to see that.
We better wait for the late show for that.
Yeah. All right. Children to bed.
We got to get out of here. Big thank you to Jordan. Back in our Stillwater
thanks,
studio.
Jordan. Great job.
Man, great online audience. Thank you out there. Of course, a lot of people watch it live. More people watch the replay, and a lot of people watch it on the YouTube feed as well. So a big thank you. Great interaction tonight.
About that time of year, start getting some of our wrestling coaches on, start talking about some other sports.
Be some fun times. So, all right, we are out of here. Best of luck to your high school football team. Of course, you can listen to our radio broadcast every Friday night right here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. This week, the Guthrie Blue Jays taking on Bishop McGinnis. Our pregame show begins at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's a big one. Many have it as the number 2 game of the week in the state of Oklahoma. Hope you can join us then. For Jordan in the Stillwater studio, Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. We'll talk to you next time. This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI.
This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. Be sure to tune in next week as we break down more of the top games and news from across the state of Oklahoma.